Hey, it's your quilting friend Emily. Welcome back to Quilting Your Legacy, where we celebrate quick wins, cozy finishes, and finally using those beautiful fabrics that you've been carefully curating past the months, past many years, and we finally turn them into something gorgeous. Today, I'm featuring a project called Snowdrop. And if you have 10 different fat quarters in your fabric stash that you've been holding on to, not quite sure what to make with, here is your quilt. Because this very well just might be your weekend finish. I kid you not. The layout of this quilt is modern, the cutting is minimal, and the finished quilt is going to be measuring at 42 inches by 60 inches, which is going to make it the perfect size snuggle on the couch quilt. But in this video, we are going to focus on different fabric inspiration, pulling those fabrics right from your fabric stash, and some really fun tips on how to make this quilt unbelievably exceptional, especially for quilting your legacy. So the fabric requirements that you are going to need are 10 different fat quarters. No background fabric, no border fabric. All you need is those 10 different fat quarters. You're going to be cutting those fat quarters into wide, chunky pieces and then arrange them in 7 different columns. Some of those columns are going to be shorter. Some are going to have a little block at the top. Some are going to have a little block at the bottom. It's just enough of a variation to really keep this quilt fun and playful. Here are a few stash-friendly ideas that you might enjoy. How about going through your fabric stash and pulling out some rainbow or ombre color fabric, even following the color wheel? Because of the column different layout, this is going to make the quilt intentional, but yet with minimal effort as well. Another idea could be to go with a modern neutrals and maybe just like one color pop. So using some grays or creams and then a black, then like a color pop of mustard, teal, or red, just to really help those different columns just pop right out. Another idea is just to go totally scrappy. Use whatever fat quarters that you enjoy and that make you smile. This quilt pattern is absolutely forgiving. So you could even go with floral fabrics, you could go with stripes, you could even go with polka dots, even blenders if you wanted to. Another idea might be to go with that holiday vibe. So that's where you're pulling in the red, the green, the white, maybe some gold, maybe some plaid mixed in, because this would be a really great quilt to give to your favorite nonprofit as a fun fundraiser for them as well. And here's a quilting your legacy tip. So because this pattern is going to be using some big cut fabric, it's perfect for showing off those prints that are a bit too pretty to chop up into little pieces. It's also a great quilt to just batch and sew it. So cut your fabric strips first, then chain piece the columns, super fast and super satisfying. And don't worry about how the quilt is going to lay out. Just let the quilt go for it as you chain piece and as you sew everything together. So to wrap everything up, so the Snowdrop quilt is the kind of quilt where you in the morning and by dinner time, you've got yourself an entire quilt top. This quilt is going to be so much fun to see what fabric choices that you choose. Sometimes simple is exactly what your heart needs and your fabrics need it to be as well. If you would like to make the Snowdrop quilt on your own, the $2 pattern is right in the show notes, linked right below, and I've created a sewing guide to go along with it so that it walks you through how to cut out each of your fabric, how to assemble the fabrics with big check marks, and lots of encouragement along the way. You will never be alone when you have the sewing guide, so that way you know exactly what steps need to be taken care of, and if you need to hop up to go do something else, not a big deal. Check mark where you left off so that when you get back to your sewing space, you know exactly where to pick up from. And when you sew this, I would love to see what fabrics you are choosing. Go ahead and tag me at Quilting Your Legacy. And better yet, check the show notes to join the monthly challenge group, and because we would love to cheer you on and see what you are creating. And if this video gave you any new ideas on how to use your fabric stash, go ahead and like it, subscribe to the video so that you never miss out on another episode. And for more feel-good quilting inspiration, make sure you comment and let me know which fat quarters you would use as the theme of your quilt. Until next time, keep it simple and keep quilting your legacy.